Acha ufone kaka. One spot.
All right. Good evening, everyone. Yes. So we'll begin very shortly. Kindly spare us about 2-3 minutes while we wait for others to join the call, and we'll begin right away. Thank you so much.
Hello.
All right. Good evening, everyone, and thank you so much for joining us on today's meeting. So my name is Mami Fosia, and I'm the Operations and Partner Success Executive here at Step Up Business School. And you are all welcome to our 6th edition of our Project Management Masterclass. So to kickstart the session, I'd like to invite Kwamna Inju Jr. to begin with the opening prayer for us. Back to you, Kwamna.
All right, thank you, Mami. Good evening, everyone, and wherever you are, and then whatever God that you believe in, irrespective of our religion, we want to say a short word of prayer to kick off tonight's masterclass. If you don't mind, let's say a word of prayer. Father Lord, we are grateful for tonight. We thank you for such an opportunity to meet wherever that we are, to connect and then to share knowledge and to learn. We pray that everything is going to be successful. We pray that at the end we are going to learn something new, something that will make us effective leaders in whichever organization that we find ourselves in. We thank you and we bless your holy name for a successful masterclass. Amen.
Amen.
Thank you so much, Kwamna. So I'd like to hear from us. If you can hear me, you can put something in the chat, or you can even unmute your mic and just say hello. I'd like to hear from anybody. I see a lot of
Hello.
Hi, hello, you're
Hello.
welcome.
Oh, good evening. Hello, good evening.
Hi. Good evening. You're all so welcome. So would like to know who's on the call here with us. So once you're available, hi, I can see Dorcas has put in the chat. Hello, Dorcas from Tamale. Thank you so much for joining us on today's masterclass. So if you can unmute your mic, anybody, just tell us who you are and then your expectations for today's project management masterclass. So the floor is open to you all. We'd love to hear from you. You can just unmute your mic, tell us who you are, what you do perhaps, and then your expectation for today's session. I can see a lot of names. Should I pick as random? Okay. I can see, okay.
My name is Pakusu. I'm a project manager in a renting company. I oversee sites, works, installations, and everything else. I'm looking forward to a very interactive session and hopefully earn some PDUs.
Absolutely, Paul. Lovely meeting you as well. And I can assure you your expectations will be met. Thank you so much. Anybody else? James, I can see you put in the chat. Hello, love to hear from you. Emmanuel says, this is Emmanuel Kofiamwa from Kaswa, project manager from Bestcon Construction. I hope I got the name right. Thank you so much for joining us on today's meeting, Emmanuel. Anybody else would love to hear from you all? Tell us a bit about yourself and your expectation for today's session. The floor is open.
Hello, everyone. My name is Adam Somabi. I'm currently in Goma Fete. I'm the Project and Sustainability and ESG lead on 1111 Development Company. We're looking at constructing a smart city here in Ghana, and I'm hoping to have a very interactive session and also earn some PDUs.
I like that. Thank you so much, Sumivi. And thank you so much for making the time to join today's masterclass. Anybody else? The floor is open. Dr. Zanchina, would you like to give a little intro? Okay. I see Reginald. Reginald, would you like to tell us a bit about yourself and your expectation for today's session? Okay, I can see Kujobwa has put in the chat that he's a senior banking officer with Prudential Bank Limited, and he's with the special projects and product maintenance unit. Thank you so much, Kojo, for making today's session. Okay, Nicholas too has put in the chat that he aced his PMP today. Congratulations, Nicholas. We are proud to have you on board our project management professionals. And you're a managing director. Okay. All right. We look forward to connecting with you as well. And these PDUs, I'm sure a lot of you have that expectation. But I mean, you can still unmute your mic, let us know what you do, and then let's begin the conversations. Once again, congratulations, Nicholas. Anybody else? The floor is open to you all. Mary Sansua, if you're able to speak, would love to hear from you. Is Francis speaking? Francis, I think your mic is unmuted, but we can't really hear you. Okay, that's all right. Okay, thank you all so much for making the time once again. It promises to be a very interactive session. Okay, Mary has finally responded. Yes, she says, hello everyone, nice to meet you all. Oh, this is your first time joining. Mary, you're going to have such a wonderful session. I can assure you that you'll be part of our future editions. And thank you so much for joining. We are glad to have you on board. Yes. So, you're welcome. All right, so thank you all again. And we'll go right into our session. But before, we'd like to call upon Mr. Charles Kinano to give the welcome address and the purpose of gathering. So Mr. Charles Kinano is the president here at Step Up Business School. So over to you, Mr. Nami.
All right, thank you very much, Mami. Can you hear me, please?
Yes, we can hear you very clearly.
Okay. So, Mami and my colleagues, they like putting pressure on me. Please, I'm just a team member here. All right. So I want to.
No, it's only that one.
Yeah. So
No, please. This one is not.
Oh, okay.
All right. So I want to officially welcome you to the 6th edition of the Project Management Masterclass. And it promises to be amazing, like Mami said, as usual. So what we do is that we're trying to create a platform that we can meet as professionals and then discuss relevant topics that will help us to be very efficient in our work and then to be very productive. So the topics that we come up with are very well researched that would help and benefit professionals like you. I would want you to stay on this call to the end because we would let you know a few things at the end of the program. Now, this session, which is the 6th edition, we decided to do online only, primarily because of the uncertainty in the weather. So we're not too sure whether it will rain or it won't. So it will be safe to do it online. But we would let you know the subsequent ones. We'll do it like we've been doing, where we would gather to eat and then drink and network with other professionals. However, we can still do the networking here. You know, leadership is a very critical subject in spite of the field that you are in. And today we want to look at leadership as in project management. So we say unlocking the leadership code in project management. So what is it that makes you a great leader as a project manager or as a supervisor? What is it that will make you a great leader in this dispensation? So we have one of our own instructors who would take us through what we should know about this. At the end of this session, if you are a certified PMP, if you stay through this program, we would give you 9 PDUs, or you can claim 9 PDUs for this. I'm sure it is 9, yes, 9 PDUs. Yeah. So I'm sure we will be directed as to how we can claim. So just so we are aware of who is here, we would encourage that you put your name in the chat when we ask for it. Okay, so that we'll be sure that you are on and then learning new things so that you can legitimately claim the 9 PDUs. If you are not a certified PMP yet, this is the time to be, because you see the world is changing and everything is becoming projectized. So there are a lot of opportunities that you may be missing by now. That you become certified so that you can be recognized as a global or globally as a project manager, and you can be accepted anywhere to work as a project manager. I wish you all the best, and then please let's share knowledge, share ideas, ask questions, because if we are saying that we want it to be very interactive, it depends on us. It's a master class, so we are expecting that you, as one of our masters in this class, would share knowledge and experience as well. There will be time for that. Let me quickly acknowledge some of our instructors that are here. I see Sila. If you're an instructor that you are here, of course, Mr. Kwame Edu-Jemfi is here. Okay, Charles Mensah, PMP, managing partner for, yeah, Charles, you're welcome. So I see Priscilla, I saw Dr. Zanjina, I don't know if he's still on. So
Yeah.
so so Doug is still on. So if you are, I'm seeing Raphael too. Raphael, you're welcome. Who else am I seeing? I don't know if I'm seeing Daniel, Didi. Okay. So all our instructors, you are welcome. What we mean to say is that we have almost all our instructors backing Mr. Edu-Jemfi, who will be leading us in the conversation. But we'll make a brief presentation first. All right. So thank you very much, Mame. I hand it over back to you. Thank you. I wish you a successful masterclass. I'll be around, and then probably I'll come to say thank you at the end of the program. Thank you. God bless you.
Thank you so much, Mr. Nano. Thank you so much for that welcome. So without further ado, I'd love to introduce our speaker today. So as Mr. Charles Kenano mentioned, he's an instructor here with us at Step Up Business School. So Mr. Kwame Edu-Jemfi has worked as a senior lecturer for over 11 years at Accra Polytechnic and then Gimpa as well. He's been the senior consultant at KAB Consulting and currently also is a senior consultant at Total Business Solutions. So Mr. Edu-Jemfi, thanks so much and we welcome you. So the floor is yours.
Thank you, Mami. Thank you very much. And I thank Step Up Business for inviting me today for this edition, 6th edition of the masterclass. So I hope you will be doing interactive and you will also, by the end of the day, everybody will know how to manage and also how to lead this project team. So today we are unlocking the leadership code of projects excellence. So we want to see how effective people actually lead teams. And then we will start looking at what is or who is a leader. Many people have different definitions of what leaders are. Two key that I had from our leaders was one was in Kaikat, who was the first lady of the United States. This woman was a philanthropy. She led the women in the US sometime between 1977 to 1981, when Jimmy Carter was the president of the United States. And she defined she defined leaders into two. He said, a leader is the one who takes people to where they want to go. In that sense, you are a leader. You are not a great leader. So here I'm looking at who is a great leader. She continued to say that a great leader takes people to where they don't necessarily want to go, but they want to be. So it means that if you are a leader, people don't want to go some places. There are some resistance to what you want to do. And therefore, we must be able to lead them where they ought to be. So it means that you are expected to lead people, guide them, and provide all they need in order to make them to reach their destination where you want them to be there. We also talked about the first president, the 40th president of the United States. So he also defined great leader. So who then is a great leader according to Reagan? Reagan says that the greatest leader is not necessarily the one who does the greatest things. So if you do great things, that does not mean that you're a great leader. You might be doing all sort of things, but you might not be a great. The leader or a great leader is the one who gets people to do the greatest things. Remember, Reagan is still remembered, even though he has left the scene since 1988 or whereabouts. He's still being remembered for his good communication, being a good leader, being the charismatic leader. In America, they still remember Reagan most of the time because he was one of the greatest leaders of the time. And now, let us look at some of the greatest leaders of the world and their contribution. Here are listed about 10 great leaders, and I'll go through them. I'll look at most of their contribution, but we can see that we have somebody like Nelson Mandela is in, Barack Obama is in, Winston Churchill is in there. You have somebody like Margaret Thatcher is in there. Churchill himself was a leader during the Second World War. He led the British to conquer the Germany in that war, because the Germans wanted to attack the island, Britain, but he was the one who led the people. Because of his leadership, they couldn't be able to go there. Just Nyerere is one of them. Somebody may ask, why is Nkrumah not part of them? Well, that one I cannot tell, because in Nkrumah's leadership, we Ghanaians, we know how he led us. So we cannot tell. And somebody may ask why Vladimir Putin is in there, because of attack of another country and others. But remember, Putin is now the current president. He stabilized the country. The country became something of instability, but because of his geopolitical influence, he has been able to stabilize Russia. He has also faced criticisms of human rights issues, making his leadership subject to both admiration and controversy. But then still, he's a very good leader who have actually led his team or led his country effectively. Now we are in business, so we have to look at the great leaders in the business world. We should be able to remember that 21st century, we have the digital world and technology, which is transforming everything, and all technology, all corporations are being transforming. And this technological steering have become the steering wheel and driving every country and every company towards its goals. So we look at 10 key areas or 10 key people who have led the technological innovation to become a big leader. We have Bill Gates, we have Tim Cook, we have Jack Ma, we have Warren Buffett, we have Ratan Tata, who is an Indian, the founder of the Tata company. We have Mark Zuckerberg. All of them have become mostly a very good, effective leaders of the time. Now let us look at the qualities of great leaders. And all these leaders we are talking about, they share common qualities. And one of the first most quality of all leaders is vision thinking or visionary thinking. If you are visionary, you are able to communicate effectively, you have an empathy of people, and you inspire others. So if you are leading the projects, I will be expecting you to be more visionary. So here we listed about 10 key qualities of great leaders: vision, integrity, courage, strategic thinking. Remember, when you think strategically, you're looking forward. You want people to see what you are or what you think, what you want to be. You also must have a communication skills. Every leader must have a good communication skills. The way you talk to people, the way you listen to them, all of them are key important issue of communication. You must be a good decisiveness, empathy, resilience, inspire confidence. You have to be able to inspire confidence among your team leaders. You must also learn from failures. Some people don't accept failures. When they fail, they are mumbling around there, but they don't go for it. Remember, in today's project management, especially in the agile project, you need to understand that the more you fail, the more you become successful. So you have to learn from your failure so that you can become more successful in your projects. A research conducted in the Harvard gave us 10 key important areas of leadership. High ethical value, provide goals and objectives, clear communication, has a flexibility of change. You are committed to ongoing training, communication. Remember, communication. And in projects, you do about 90% of your communications. And here, we classify them into 4. You say that people, character, your outcome, and also communication are critical in terms of your leadership. So we shall focus on these 4 and look at how they actually intercede each other. So we have the people, we have the character, we have the delivery, the outcome, we also have the communication. And the people, you say that as a leader, you must always walk around, you must walk on the floor, you must come out from your executive office and see what is going on there. Build a strong alliances with the people, you must be persuasive to people. You know that there is resistance in the projects, and therefore you must be able to persuade people to be able to work effectively. A character, that is honesty and integrity, must also have what we call the empathy. You must be delivered, decisive and bold. You lead people by leading them. You deliver an outcome by means of getting goals and results. And you also have to develop other people, not only yourself, but you have to develop others. Communication, you must speak your project vision and also continually confirm or reaffirm the vision. So let us look at the people aspects. We look at the MBWA, that is managing by one brain around. You don't sit in the office, don't sit at one corner as your manager or as your leader, but you have to walk on the floor, establish informal contacts with the people. With your team, you must be able to have informal contact with them, talk to them informally, formally, you meet them one-on-one, you talk to them, and then you build contact with them. And beside that, you develop as a project manager, develop a weekly work around, or even if it's a visual project, you have to get a visual check-in with the team members. So you must be able to check in there, you know what they're going through, what problems they are getting, and therefore you help them to solve their problems. You should also compliment good work, not only complaining bad work, but you should also compliment good work. Build a strong alliance, mean that you should develop a constructive relationship among the team members. Form alliance with the team, wage war, or if there is going to be a war, wage one war after one another. So you don't put everything together. If you do that, your project will fail. But you solve one problem, then another problem, then another problem. So manage stakeholders effectively. Remember that stakeholders are critical partners in your projects. And therefore, if you are not able to manage them effectively, if you are not able to manage them well, the project will not become successful. Actively drive change management. So change management is also one important issue in projects. Whenever there's anything, you must be able to have a change in them. Persuade, don't kill, don't coerce or manipulate people. Well, a lot of people actually don't persuade others, but they tend to become the boss they own. So it means that you should not always sit at one place and make people to come and report to you and tell them, threaten them that you sack them or you fire them. But then you rather request, imply, make, or take some suggestions from them. You only use force when it is necessary, or you use force as a last resort. You don't just use force all the time. But then as a project manager, we say that delegate decisions with clear boundaries. So if you're giving any work to somebody, the person must have the boundary where you should do what you should not do. You don't use your positional authority, but if you're using it, you must use it cautiously, especially when it is deadline. Project manager, know that project managers, we don't joke about deadlines. So that one, you can be able to enforce your deadline so that they can be able to finish the work on time. What I have to advise you is that there's a difference between a project manager and a project leader. Managers, they meet project objective, but leaders, they influence people. Managers, they create and also use effective processes. That means they are going through the processes like the traditional form of project management. Leaders, they motivate teams. Managers plan and monitor work. Leaders, you listen to others, and then you can be able to think of how. So in terms of what we see, management and leaders, managers manage tasks, leaders manage people. So you should always think of managing the people rather than managing tasks. The second thing we have to look at, apart from people, is your character, your attitude, your behavior as a project manager. And here we look at two key important aspects of character: your value and also how empathy you are. Value means that when we were young, we used to say that honesty is the best policy. And therefore, I hope that each one of us will have a good, honest, and integrity. Your integrity is critical. So you should be able to protect your integrity, have your value, create equal opportunity for all members, and reach down and help people and people who are behind you. So you have to reach them, help them if they are in trouble, you bring them to the level where others are so that they can all move together. Be transparent in your status updates. So when you are doing the status update or status meeting, you have to be able to monitor the team effectively. They have to report to you so that you can be able to monitor the status very well, prepare to help the team also, mentor and coach team. Some managers and leaders, they don't coach. All that they do is that they'll be pushing people to do what they are not expected to do. Exchange of purpose. So you must be able to know that you have to exchange things with them, but this must be in line with project management. There should be the right way to say team or to say no to the team members. You don't say that you should not say no, you should say no, but then you should know the right time that you are going to say no, when you are going to say no, who is accountable, who is not accountable to something. There's supposed to be some form of joint accountability. Empathy. Empathy, you say that have a thick skin. When you say a thick skin, is the ability to keep you getting upset. So you don't get upset all the time, but when people offend you, you tend to ignore them, so that you should be able to have a thick skin. Whenever people say something against you, you don't bother much about whatever they're saying. All that you're doing is that you are working according to how the project is expected to deliver. Be responsible sometimes because people will be pissing you off. So you must be able to think about responsibility. Don't crush people, make them to work effectively. Have the courage to handle unjust criticisms. So as a project manager, remember there will be some criticisms about what you do. And some people will be backbiting you, some people will be saying something behind you. But when people say something behind you and you hear, as we go along, you see that when you hear things, some of them you should try to ignore them because they are not part of how you are managing the project. If you think of coercing them, you may not be able to reach wherever you are going to reach. And again, cultivate compassion among the team. Teach them how to listen well so that they can be able to listen to you, listen to their colleagues, and work effectively to achieve the project goal. Remember this gentleman who is on the board, we call him Charles McKay. He's asking whether we don't have enemy. Everybody have an enemy. McKay was a Scottish poet. He was a journalist. He was an author. He was a songwriter. He was a novelist. So he does almost everything professionally. He does everything. He said, you say you have no enemy. That is what you say. My friend, then you must be boasting. You are poor. Therefore, everybody should understand that we have enemy, but we should ignore whoever talks something behind us. A lot of people will say a lot of things about us, but then we should be able to ignore them, but focus on whatever we are doing. Think about your delivery outcome. Be decisive and bold. Lead the people. So when you are decisive, you don't know what you can do. You can get away. So you have to always try the battle first. So you have to set examples, lead by examples. You must be able to use the KPIs to monitor your progress. Most often, appreciate the team effort. So when the team are working, appreciate what they do. Don't always criticize people, but you must be able to appreciate them. You must lead. By leading, you foster collaborative working environment for other people. So you must be able to make sure people are working effectively where they work freely. You have empowered them to work freely. Never forget the organization does not depend only on you as the individual. So if you are thinking the organization depends upon you, then if you are not there, the organization will work. That is why I say that have an SIT program. SIT is a slow, intensive target. So this is used in fitness purpose. Therefore, in the fitness, when you go to the gym, most of us will go to the gym. We have, if you have been the first person, the first time you're going to the gym, you might not be using some of the machines who normally go fast, but you must go slow. Even in walking, if you are thinking of walking or going to jogging, you start slowly before you think of going faster. And these are some of the things that you should be looking at as a leader. So you should recruit based on capability. Remember, project will depend on capability, not loyalty and familiar. So it is not my brother, it is not my friend, it is not my sister, it is not my father. But here you are looking into the capability of the person. If your brother is not capable of executing the project, you don't employ him. Credit the team who wins and take the blame when they go wrong. So when the team wins, you have to credit them. When they go wrong, you as the leader, you take that particular blame on you. Be a servant leader. Remember, Jesus was a servant leader. Muhammad was a servant leader. So we have a lot of, I can cite you more than a lot of servant leaders. So be a servant leader. Jesus said he came to serve, not to be served. So you also are serving your team, not the team serving you. And learn to say we and also let us go. Not I go, not I'm going or I'm doing this. We are doing this. We are doing that. Let us go here, let us do that. So you are putting the team behind you, not you are doing things. Coach the team always. Deliver outcome, you say you must be able to become results-oriented. Get results. So set smart goals. Be specific, measurable, attainable, realistic, or results-oriented, and also there must be a time scale on it. The team must be competent. So remember, we are talking about competence. It is not loyalty. So the team that you are managing must be competent. The individuals in the team must be competent. Everybody must be a master of his own. Make the project more coherent and transparent by clarifying responsibility. Don't forget the hierarchy system of projects. Managing human resources. Remember that we have the hierarchy, the responsibility, the accountability, control, and also the involved. So these, you can be able to use it in your projects. So you know who is responsible for what, who is accountable, who is to be involved, and who normally control, so that you can be able to manage the project more effectively. And the last aspect of the outcome is develop lieutenants. So coach people, make people also become leaders. Subordinates must train, you must train the subordinates. Some of them who are very good, you must train them so that they will take their position. Sometimes management may call you to come to management meeting and the project will be there. If there's nobody assisting or working on your behalf, the project will be there until you go and come, and the project will lose the schedules of the project. And therefore, you must continually develop people who take control if you are not there. In case you will let me put it in this way, in case God have called you, he's going to do the project. So you should always develop people who take over for you. And the last bit of these characteristics is the communication. Here we have only one aspect, and it is the most powerful. Remember, project managers do about 90% of their time in communicating. So preach always the vision and continually reaffirm your vision to the people. So great leaders always communicate, and also they make things simplified. They simplify things for their team. Like Reagan, for instance, he was a very good communicator. When he's communicating to you, he communicates effectively, he simplifies things. Don't use so many jargons in your communication. Use simple words that will make people to understand, short sentences in order for people to understand. So you make them to be able to have a clear, concise statement so that they know where you are going. And again, master the art of public speaking. You should speak with confidence. Don't speak as if you are afraid. You are a project manager. You are leading a team. So you must be always confident about what you say. Plan how communication will be communicated, how information will be communicated, using the 5 W's. And normally, I call it the 5 wives and 1 husband. 5 wives, the why, who, when, and what. All these 5, you communicate effectively, and how are you communicating? The right information should reach the right stakeholder at the right time. So don't get the information to reach them when they don't need it. Use metaphors in your presentation. Explain the project vision more effectively, more clearly. Use bullet points, visuals, and other things so that people will understand whatever you are saying. Hold weekly status updates most often and be more transparent when you are holding updates. So weekly status are very important in projects. Stakeholders want to know what are the status of the projects in order to put in more money, or in order to help you wherever you can't do, or you call them for their attention, they can be able to help you. So you need to be able to update them most often. And therefore, the communication must go most often to them for them to know the weekly or the project status at any point in time. In summary, these are the 10 key areas or 10 key characteristics of a great leader. You always walk around, you don't sit at the 6th floor or the 10th floor of your office, but you come down, you serve the customer, and you serve also your employees. Be strong or build a strong alliances and persuade people. Value your honesty, your integrity are very important. Be empathy. Outcome here, you are looking at decisive, lead the people. Don't let them to lead you, but leader is where you are also serving people. Deliver the outcome, that is set your goals and also get the results. Develop lieutenants, so make sure people are also following you. And again, preach the vision. So always think of preaching the vision. When we are concluding, we look at the leadership paradox. The one we were looking at is Abraham Lincoln, the 16th American president. This man was the one who was the president during the American Civil War. And he conquered some of them, he conquered most of them and built the American that we call American today. He was assassinated in 1865. He did not finish his term, almost finished it, but he was assassinated to that of the ground. Abraham Lincoln, when we look at the two hands and where he's sitting, you see that one of the hands is open, one is also closed. Why? Because he says that sometimes as a project manager, you have a clenched hand and you have an open hand. The clenched hand is where you enforce discipline. The one that you have closed, that one nobody knows what is there. So you think of enforcing disciplines over there, enforce ethical standard in your projects. Deadlines are very critical. Certain decisions that you make should not be known or they should not be made by the subordinate. You have to make it. But your open hand should be something that you listen effectively. You also have to have empathy. You empathize the people. You coach them. You teach them. You monitor. You actually adapt to them. So you manage with these two hands. So Abraham Lincoln says that as a project manager, lead your project with both hands. You cannot lead your project with one hand. Where you have only closed your hand, nobody knows what is in. And when you have also only opened your hand, everybody comes in and go at any point in time. But then you should always manage with both hands. So in concluding, these are the 10 signs if, for instance, you are a good leader. So one, we say that you are a person who people take your advice, they trust your advice. When you advise them, they take it, they get shot down, or you get shot down. You offer actionable support. At any point in time, you support people, you build a strong relationship, you own your mistakes. When you make a mistake as a project manager, you own it, you don't give it to somebody. Or even when the subordinate make the mistake, it is you did not give him the right direction, that is why he has made the mistake. So you should always take that mistake. You are always learning. A project manager is always a learner. You are not somebody who sit there for somebody to come and give. You should always look at things and how things goes. You listen actively. You give credit generously. Don't give credit to anybody who have not done anybody. You say give credit to people, but not just who have not done anything that you give the credit to. Your actions align with your values. And 10, you stay calm under pressure. So these are where we can conclude our coding. We have coded our leadership. Now, as we go to the field, we can go to know how best we are going to manage effectively. So this is the end of our today's masterclass. So we'll take questions and discussions, and also whoever has something to input, you can also input it. And we are all learning from there or from here. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Mr. Edichin. That's been such a powerful, informative presentation about leadership. We are very grateful for such an informative session. It's so great. So just before we hop on to the questions and discussions, we're going to have a lovely time having conversations about what Mr. Edichin has presented. But before then, I would like to invite Regina Oshridako to give a very short presentation from Step Up Business School. So right after that, you can note all your questions down and then we'll get right on board. So Regina, over to you.
Hello, everyone.
Hi, Regina.
Yeah, good evening from the other side of Studio B.
Good evening.
All right. Thank you so much, Mr. Kwame Edichin, for the powerful presentation. And so I'll quickly share my screen and then have a short one with you as well before we move into the question and answer session, just as my colleague has rightly said. So in a bit, let me share my screen. Please, can we all see my screen?
Yes, please, we can see the screen.
Yeah.
Awesome. Thank you so much for confirming. So I just want us to think about this, how the world is changing so fast and everything is moving so fast. And if you are here today in this session and you are not moving as fast as the world is moving, then I'm sorry to say that the world may run after you, over you. You'll be trampled on the ground. And one of the best ways to speed up yourself and to catch up with the opportunities that the world is running with is to do this professional certification course, is to earn a project management professional certification. And at Stepper Business School, we provide you with the leadership by training. And I can attest to the fact that when you take this program, your life will change for the better. And so moving into my slides, I think and I know and I understand that there is somebody right in this form who is facing these things that I have on my screen. Someone is missing deadlines, project deadlines. Someone is overrunning budgets. Somebody here is having difficulty managing stakeholders' expectations. And there is somebody, just as I mentioned this, the person just said, because that person is actually stuck in his or her career. And this is a wonderful news for you. If you want to upgrade your career, upskill your career, upskill yourself, you want increase in your salary, you want a certificate that is globally recognized and credibility, then I tell you these things are all embedded in the PMP certification. And the PMP certification is backed by PMI USA, that is the Project Management Institute in USA. And this certification is globally recognized. So at Stepper Business School, we are the authorized training partner for PMI, an active one, not just authorized training partner, but an active one. And here we have 95% pass rate for all our students who take the course with us. And we have certified instructors who also take you through the training, who are with over 10 years of experience and can actually help you maneuver your way or help you through the journey of PMP to ensure that you also become a certified project manager. We also have different training centers and locations, as well as an online session, which will match your convenience. So whether or not you are in Accra, wherever you find yourself, you may find a location that will match your convenience. Better still, you can choose our online session. Again, what we provide here at Stepper Business School is when you take this course, you get a 35 contact hour certificate, which is a requirement for you becoming a PMP. So before you can write the project management exam, you need a 35 contact hour certificate training. That is one of the first tickets to becoming PMP. And then afterwards, you can now apply for your exam. We also provide you with an access to an online platform where you can practice simulators or questions that will help you build your confidence in writing the project management professional exam. We also have all our sessions recorded and a learning platform that will aid you in passing successfully. We also provide you with a personalized study plan and also mock and one-on-one coaching. I believe there are a lot of people on this call who can attest to the fact that they have really worried me or troubled me or however they will put it. But then that is what we do. One-on-one coaching for students to ensure that our students get the best out of whatever they are doing. So someone on this call, I mean, particularly you, the one looking at me, you are asking yourself, why should I take the project management professional course? You need to take this course because there are lots of benefits, and these are a few that we've listed. It is going to enhance your job opportunities and career advancement. So when you put your CV down, yours is selected over the others because you stand tall wherever that you are. And then it's also increase your earning potential. So statistics shows that people who are PMP receive a salary of about 25 to 30% higher than people who are not project managers. I mean, professional ones, certified ones. And so you can also do a search for yourself to get to know about this. Again, you also validate your project management skills and expertise. I know you are saying that, oh, I've been doing projects, I've been managing projects for all these years. What are you telling me? That I'm not going to earn higher? What are you telling me that I'm not going to have career advancements? Of course, you have been managing projects. You have the skills, you have the expertise, but what is your validation? What shows that indeed you have the skills? What shows that indeed you have the expertise? So this is a call to validate your skills and your expertise. And again, you also gain global recognition and networking opportunities. So in August, PMI is hosting a conference in Rwanda, Kigali, and everybody here is welcome to join that conference. You just need to register, go to the PMI website, register, and join the conference. This is the kind of network that they provide. And we all here also get the opportunity to network with ourselves, get to learn from each other, and get to tap into opportunities that we all have around us and within us. So these are some of the benefits that you can get from the training if you are taking the PMP training and becoming a project manager, certified project manager. So our course here at Step Up Business School, these are some of the things that we feature in we providing you the training. We look at you passing the exam or you get back your money. And the circumstance where you have certified all the terms and conditions. And so if you are here and you are telling me that, oh, okay, I'll just go and register and then take the exam. When I don't pass, I come for my money. Please don't be among that 5% who fails the exam because they didn't do something that they were asked to do. Okay, you pass the exam if only if you follow all the guidelines and coaching provided for you. And then we also have badge and experience instructors that takes you through the training. So when we talk of badge and experience instructors, aside our instructors being PMP themselves, PMI has also badged them as certified instructors to train you for the project management professional certification. So you are not just having somebody with experience of project management, but you are having somebody that PMI has also validated that this person can train you in project management. And of course, I've mentioned earlier that you get a 35 contact hour certificate. We also provide you with a simulator and then free support for your application. Free support for your application. In some places, you get to pay for all these assistance that is given to you. You get high-level networking opportunities, which if not for some reasons, this session was going to be in person. And I will urge you all that have never joined our in-person session for the masterclass to join next time when we are having it in person. It is a great place to network with great people, great minds, and have the opportunity to tap into great knowledge. Okay, and so we provide you with this opportunity, and also our lectures or training are well structured, and you get a learning experience that you never thought of. We also boost your performance. So we have a lot of our students coming back to say, even though I've not written the exam yet, the knowledge I got from the training has really boosted my performance. And everybody in my office is wowed because of what I'm now doing, the kind of contributions I'm making to suggestions, to decisions that are made in the organization. And this is one of the things that you can really tap into it. So maybe you are not thinking of becoming certified project manager. You still need the knowledge, the skills, and the expertise to do whatever that you are doing. But hey, you also need the validation. That is what I mentioned earlier. So we also provide you with free souvenirs and then snack and lunch. My people, are you there? Those of you who said they will come after their class to come and eat again. They said, please, Miss Regina, please, can we come when our class ends so that we just come for the snack and the lunch and then we leave? Then I told them, will you pay another fees? If only you pay another fees, you are invited to come and eat again.
We are here. We are here. What about we are here? We are here.
I see you. Thank you, Tony. And we also give a constant support. So anytime that you need support and you reach out to a team member, you get the support that you need. So let me quickly and briefly talk about how to apply for your certification. So there are two categories for becoming a PMP, going through your application. So the first category is that you need a degree or a higher qualification, a higher academic qualification. So a degree, master's, PhD, or even if you're a professor, you can apply with this qualification. And then you also provide a 36 months of experience in leading projects within the past 8 years. So when we talk of 36 months of experience, we are not actually saying that the experience with hard projects or experience. So somebody is thinking, I've not led any construction projects. I've not led any building projects. How then do I get experience? Everybody here has experience, have experience. Everyone here. Your life itself is a project. And so you can't tell me that you don't have experience leading projects. And taking the course will give you a broader understanding and perspective about how to write your project experience. Again, we provide you the 35 contact hour certificate, which is also a requirement, like I've already mentioned. So these three things put together, you can put in a strong application, which will be approved by PMI for you to become a certified project manager. Let's look at the category 2. So in category 2, someone is on this call and then is saying that, but I do not have degree. I do not have master's. I do not have PhD. Does it mean I can't register for the PMP? My dear, you can. There is opportunity for you to do so. So this is how you can do it. So anybody with high school or secondary school diploma, yours is 60 months of experience. So you need 60 months of experience. While people with degree and masters and they needs 36 months of experience, you need 60 months of experience. That is 5 years of experience. And if we should put together a lot of things that you have been doing, the little things that you've been doing, you will realize that you have more than 60 months of experience to provide for the application. And let me quickly say this. When we talk of the 60 months of experience, it is not a straightforward 60 months, but then it's cumulative. So it's not necessarily one particular project that you've been on that is giving you the 60 months. However, it is cumulative of all the other projects that you've been on. So far as it's not overlapping, all those years and months count in this experience we are talking about. And again, the certificate in the training that you get from us is also another requirement for you to put in your application. Talking about Step Up, then let me talk about how our classes are being delivered. So we have the in-person session, we have the online session, we have self-paced. I will delve into it deeper when we get to the next slides, other slides, yeah. So this system is really a proven one. At Step Up, when you sign up with us, you actually get to enjoy a world-class training. And then after your training, you get the support that you need that will help you pass your PMP exam successfully. Hey, you are my target audience. Forget about whatever that we have here. You there, you, whoever that is on this call is somebody who can take the project management professional training. So don't look back, don't look side and side, look at yourself and ask yourself why you haven't taken this course yet. So like I mentioned, our sessions are in different centers and in different locations. So we have Accra, which is the main campus, Step Up Business School. We are at North Legon behind the Agrimat building. If you want to do weekend class, evening class, you can have it here. If you want to do the fast track, you can have it here in Accra. Kumasi has weekend classes only in person. Tamale as well, weekend classes only in person. Takrade, weekend classes only in person. Cape Coast, weekend classes only in person. These are some of the brands that we've worked with in the past years that we've been doing this training. So you can just take notes, tick the box, and see if you want to work in any of this brand, or you are already working here and you haven't done the training, then you should know that you are missing out on something. So the sessions and schedules, this is how it looks like. We have in-person weekend, which is for 6 Saturdays, in-person evening, which is for 4 weeks, online weekend, 6 Saturdays and Sundays, online evening, 4 weeks, and then the fast track, which is a weekday session, Monday to Friday, and you are done with the class. So regardless of your schedule, your busy and the tight schedule, we have something for you that will work for you. And these are our training fees. We have the in-person being 3,950, which is chicken change for a lot of people here. And I just heard in my spirit that somebody was saying, oh, if you can drop in the chat box that you want to take this course, I'll pay your fees for you. Who said that? Hey, all of a sudden, everyone has gone mute. All right. So we have online also being 3,500, and then we have self-paced being 2,500, and we have fast track being 3,950. I know at this juncture, people don't want to talk again, so that I don't tag them as the ones going to pay for someone. So this is how the curriculum looked like. We have the introductory slide, or yes, introductory slide. Then we have lesson 1, lesson 2, lesson 3, lesson 4, lesson 5, and lesson 6. So lesson 1 is looking at business environment, and it's not just a surface thing, it's a deep thing. So we are not only looking at the surface of business environments. Those of you that have taken the course can attest to this, that you see the courses or the lessons as very simple, but it is a very deeper thing that you come and you go through. So let's look at how the PMP exam actually is. So the PMP exam is a computer-based test, and so you can take it anywhere you are. there are two options to take the exam. It's either you take it online, that is privately, or you take it at a test center. And there are 3 approved test centers in Ghana currently. There were 4, but then one of them is undergoing renovation, and so that one is on hold for now. So currently we have 3 centers in Ghana. 2 are in Accra and 1 in Kumasi. So most people know of the Total House and then IPMC. These are the 2 centers in Ghana, in Accra, and then Kumasi is around the stadium area where the Top Martins is. That is where the center is. So you can either choose to do it at a test center or choose to write the exam in your office or at home. So at Step Up, what we do to support our students is all students who choose to write online or choose to write it in an office or at home, we encourage them to come and write it at our office, where we provide you with free data, free light, and a standby generator when you can have access to power when the lights go off, and also have a CPU supporting the system, whereby even if the lights go off, by the time the gen is put on, your light is still on hold because it is being supported. We have 180 questions in all for the entire exam, and there are multiple choice, multiple responses, matching, hotspot, and limited fill in the blanks. So this is how the exam question look like. And you are allotted 270 minutes, 270 minutes for your exam. You must attempt all questions. Do not leave any questions unanswered. And this is something that we always tell our students not to forget to do. So the exam fees is $393 with membership. So if you want to become a member and also write the exam, you pay $393 to become a member and write the exam. If you want to become a member only, it's $109. At Step Up, we do a lot of giftings and discountings. Sometimes we get so generous that we give a lot of discounts on the exam, where we pay parts for students and then students pay the remaining balance to write the exam. Currently, we are taking only $390 for the exam and membership fee. And so you can take opportunity to come and write your exam immediately. These are some of the past students. I don't know if anybody on this call recognizes himself or herself on this slide. Do we have anybody on the call who is?
I am not among.
You are not there. Okay. Anyone here? Okay.
Sir Ralph is there. Sir Ralph.
Sir Ralph is there. You've seen your teacher.
Yes, I'm around.
Oh, Sir Ralph, so you are here.
I'm not there.
Hey, I'm not there. People are becoming plenty.
Kofi was speaking.
Okay, so I'll make sure that the next slides will have your pictures here.
To compensate us, put us on your billboard.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Adam, I see you.
I can't see me. I can't see me.
You Asamu.
Oh, Reggie, no phone.
Okay, I will add your picture. I'll add your picture next time. So thank you all for showing up here. Thank you. We really appreciate your support that you are providing for us all the time. And I wish I don't do this part, the ratings, because I have a lot of people who can do more ratings than I have here. But better still, let me just read through it. If we have the opportunity to hear testimonies from our people who are on the call too, then we take it as well. So Emmanuel Amisa said, amazing, great place to undergo your PMP training. What are you waiting for? Audrey Isaka says, the whole experience of registering for the course and taking the lectures was great. The lecturers are knowledgeable and brilliant. What are you waiting for? Then Akosia Ado says that I highly recommend Step Up Business School for anyone who wants to advance their career in project management. Please, what are you waiting for? So just as I said in my first opening, that the world is really running faster. It is running faster than you may even think of or can imagine. Why wait till opportunity come before you look for ways to get the opportunity? Get yourself the Project Management Professional Certification, get certified, and look out for opportunities that matches your role or that matches your career, and enjoy the rest of your life. Thank you so much for your audience. I really appreciate. To contact us, kindly look out for all these details, and you can reach any of the student advisors on these numbers 0200116119 and 0244979769 and then 0244023002. Just reach out to us and we will assist you and support you to get yourself enrolled in this course and subsequently earn your project management certification. Thank you and enjoy the rest of your evening.
Thank you so much, Regina. That was such a powerful presentation.
Yeah.
We got to know so much about the project management professional, and of course, what Step Up Business School can also do for you to advance your career. So I'm sure we have a lot of questions, all the way from Mr. Ndujemfi's presentation about leadership to Regina's presentation as well. So from this point, we are opening up the floors. We're going to have a conversation. Any questions you have, any suggestions, even contributions, the floor is open to all of us. Yes, so I think you can let's look. We'll also look through the chats and then look at certain content we may have missed. Okay, so I see someone is asking, please, we were not, I'm sure Regina, this is directed to your.
Mami, I'll take that question about the exam fees.
Okay, so let me just read out the question. So it says, please, we were told not to price in dollars in Ghana, but all your prices are in dollars. Yes. So
all right, so thank you very much. And I think you need to thank you very much. That's a very good question. So thank you for that question. So all our prices are not in dollars. Okay, so our school fees is in Ghana cedis, but the exams fees, which is a global certification exam, which is outside our control and we don't price it, is not within our control. That is the one that is in dollars. Okay, all right, thank you, Mami.
Okay, thank you so much. So, Reggie, someone is asking also, is there any discount? So I think I'll just take that. So, earlier when we began this meeting, we shared the registration link on the chat. So we have a group. When you click the registration, you go through all the registration processes. You are invited then to join a WhatsApp group. So all communications concerning any discounts or anything in the future will be shared onto that page. So we'll share the link again. So if you haven't registered yet, please go ahead and click the link, register, join the WhatsApp page, and we'll continue our conversations over there. Okay, so Fred is asking, what are the average pass rates for step-up students? What are the average pass rates for step-up students? Regina, I'm sure you'd like to take that question.
Thank you so much, but I think someone has already answered him.
I love that.
Yes, so maybe said it's above target. Yes, because he's a living testimony to this. So I rest my case.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. So, I mean, on the call, we have a lot of new people and also some of our students and then alumni. So, as Regina was saying in her presentation, some of the reviews, she didn't have to say it. We have people on here that can attest to it themselves. Okay, so let's look at some of the questions. Renewal. Okay, that's from Regina. So, Regina is answering a question that someone asked in the comments. So if you want to renew your membership, renewal of members for the certification is $99. Okay. So Mary is asking, how do we earn PDUs for attending the session? So Regina, would you like to take that question?
Yes, please. And so the claim code will be shared with all students who are on this call. I mean, all PMPs who are on this call and have registered. So kindly ensure that you register so that your name will be in the list and the claim code will be shared with you for you to claim the PDU.
Okay. Thank you so much, Regina. So, I mean, we are opening the floor to questions from Mr. Eugene presentation as well. So, if you noted any questions down back then, I mean, the floor is open for you. You can ask him. We are all here to support you, here to direct you and give you the answers that you are looking for. Okay. Adams has put in the chat, how do we register, please? So Adams, if you are yet to join the masterclass page, so as I was saying, you're supposed to join this session, you have to register and then you receive a link to join the WhatsApp page. So that's link will be shared. You can go ahead and click it and register. Once you register, you'll be added to the WhatsApp page, and then any future links to even register for our PMP sessions will all be shared on there. Okay. So the floor is open. If you want to unmute your mics and speak as well, any contributions, any questions, please, you are free to do so. Wow, this this is such a gathering of intellectuals because nobody has questions for
I don't
Ali.
have a question.
Okay, go ahead.
I just want to say that I appreciate what Mr. Kwame Dujenfi said about projects running on capability. We've seen it for so long how people are hired into a team because they know this person or because they're familiar with another person or just because of a very convenient circumstance, and the very capable individuals on the team have to suffer because they'll be picking up slack. But as project managers, we have to be able to be firm, like he said, with one hand and be free on the other hand to make sure that our team is running with capable people. So I appreciate what he said about that. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for that feedback. We appreciate it as well. Any other questions or contributions? Perhaps you are experiencing something at your workplace, or you are a leader yourself, perhaps, and you want to really know what to do in certain situations. The floor is open to you. So, okay, I can see a hand up. Kwame is down, so please, the floor is yours. You can go ahead.
Yes. So I really appreciate the information that has been provided by the facilitators of this event. And I just wanted to ask them one question about how to regulate or control tardiness, lateness, you know, because it is a very prominent feature among Ghanaians. So what their experience has been with managing lateness or tardiness. Thank you.
Thank you so much for your question, Kwame. Thank you.
Okay, Kwame, as a leader, he said that we must be firm at any point in time. You don't need to be familiar or giving things to other people. As you are firm, use your boldness as one of them. Remember, Abraham Lincoln told us to use both our fingers, our hands in managing. One of them is closed, one of them is open. So you must be very decisive. You have to take a decision. Whenever somebody is coming late, it is not part of the project's time reporting. If, for instance, a reporting time is 8 o'clock, reporting time is 8 o'clock. In doing business with a German, doing business with a Japanese, the time is very critical. If German tell you to come 10 o'clock and you come 1 minute or 5 minutes past 10, you will not see that person there. So 10 minutes, 10 o'clock is 10 o'clock. It shouldn't be passing 1 minute or 2 minutes. As a leader, you must be very fair to whatever you do. You have to decide that this time is what you report. This time is what you have to be. If, for instance, you are in the AGA where you do a daily stand-up meeting, and the time is 7 o'clock for the stand-up meeting to start work at 7:15. By the time somebody comes at 7:15, you have already finished the stand-up meeting. Therefore, the person must go home, doesn't know what is going on. Because remember, the stand-up meeting, you have to get only 3 things to do. And once all the 3 things are done, everybody has said his own thing, you cannot do it. So you can fire the person. You have to be fair. If the person is coming late, yes, you have to fire him. If it is me, fire me, please. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Please,
So
sorry, but I have a follow-up, please.
please go
You know,
ahead.
the Gen Z, the Gen Z generation, you have a lot of people with capability, and they are not time conscious. They are very good, they'll deliver on their work, but they are not time conscious. How do you manage that?
Well, in the Gen Z, it's true that some of them have the great capability to do the work. Their competence are very good, their lateness. I think one of my friends was telling me something like that. But I think of managing the person more effectively. Instead of sacking the person, he has to manage it like that. But you keep on talking to the person, communicating, and sometimes change somebody. So if the person has a good competence in doing the job, and you think that you cannot get any competent person like him, yes, fine, you can be able to keep the person, but communicating the time, reporting time is very important. You have to continuously communicate. That is why we say communicate the vision and make sure you reaffirm the vision as well. So always think of communication, persuading the person to come early. He will give all sorts of excuses, I know, but as we keep on talking to the person, sometimes the person can change. So let's do it that way, please. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much. Any other follow-ups from Kwame, or I hope you are satisfied with the response. Okay, that's great. So I can. Your hand is up. Would you like to add something to this, Kwame? Okay.
The reaction is an applause.
Okay, that's good. All right, so I can see in the chat, Daniel has put in a question. So he says, how do you effectively lead a team that has members who contend with you? More like members who feel and think you are, or who feel and think they are more qualified than you are. So precisely, how do you do with such this?
Well, there you get as a leader, you get some team, as we said, some people are more or less, they don't want to work. Therefore, they think they are more of the leader. But look at them, look at their capability, train them, and then you can be able to make sure they are working effectively. Some of them contend to do a lot. I faced somebody like that when I was at Rapoli as a head of department. I used to face somebody who always contend with me, but I try to calm the person down and tell him, hey, my friend, I employed you, you cannot come here and do this. Though we are all equal, we are all working as a team. You can help me in doing my work, executing my work effectively. But then you should not be stepping or going more than what I can do. What I think management have delivered to me or delegated to me to do. That is what I have to focus on so that I can achieve my targets. So I know some people will contend with you, but at the same time, be fair with them and work effectively with them. Some people are qualified. Yes, I also got somebody like that. When I was in data telecommunication, the first telecommunication company in Ghana, that was data telecom. We were the first, we normally did the Barclays Bank. When Barclays Bank was here, their ATM cards, we installed all of them. I was their customer service manager. My manager, who was there, the marketing manager, I was more qualified than him. But he was having IT background, I was having marketing background. But we collaboratively worked together in order to achieve the company's goals. So if somebody is more qualified, does not mean that he has to take the lead. I went to meet him there. He was there, he employed me, so I have become submissive to him. Whatever he told me to do, he knew that I was more or less a customer service person. So I was focusing mostly on customer service activities within the company. In that sense, we worked effectively and we were able to achieve our goals. So if somebody member feel that he's more qualified, so long as you are the boss, you can be able to bring the person down, sit the person down, you talk to the person, and the person can be able to know where he stands so that you can be able to move forward the company. Thank you.
Thank you so much. And in fact, I have a follow-up question to what you just answered myself. So say just like Charles and Nicholas, who are recent PMPs, and then they get a promotion at their workplace. And now a person who has all this experience, and the key thing is if the person is older than me, the leader who has a PMP and then gets the promotion. How do you deal with such a person? Because you know, in Ghana, unfortunately, there's so much or let me say we are expected to respect our elderly so much. So in a situation where I, because of my certification, I then led to lead you, who sure you may have more experience, but more importantly, you are older than me, and because of that little resentment is there. So how do you deal with such a person as a leader who is older than you? And I mean, culturally, you're supposed to respect the person, but at the same time, like you said, you have to clench your fists and sometimes be serious about certain things. So how do you deal with people in such Yeah, Stanano.
Okay, so I think let me do a quick contribution before our resource person comes in. So there are two ways I think you can manage this issue. Okay. The first one is that, you know, if you are in an environment where you feel that you are the leader, but you feel some people feel that they are experts than you, there are two ways of managing it as a leader. The first one is that you have to be you have to pursue knowledge. Okay, that is how come you need to take a course like the PMP. Okay, so you need to be an expert in your field. You know, expert is power. Expertise is power. So you can lead with that, and nobody would deny an expert of his role. Okay, expert is not just talking about it, but it's to show through your works, producing results, result that can be quantified. Okay, the second that we all need to know is people's management. So whether you are the top or you are the bottom, one of the key skills that every one of us need to master is how to manage people. Because if you are a leader and then obviously, because it is a fast growing world, there is no way that you be the one that knows everything. So knowing how to manage people would then bring people's skill together. But if you don't know how to manage people, then you would get people fighting over simple things and simple roles, okay, thinking that I know more than the boss, I know more than him and all that. But yes, if you know more than him, the boss should be able to bring that knowledge under control and then help everybody to grow and then to achieve the corporate goals. I think this is a quick one I wanted to add. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Charles. So, Mr. Eugene, you can move this to
As we are saying, if somebody is more qualified than you and you are the subordinates, like we are working together, I came to meet you in the workplace. I've passed my PMP, you are still there, you are still older than me. What we have to understand that in our system, many people, especially the old people, do not want to acquire knowledge much. I quite remember when we went to London first, UK, those people who we went to meet there, they have acquired their stay, we are British citizens there. But we people who went later, we were forcefully working very hard. And therefore there was some form of enviness between us. But what we do, sometimes they call police for you, the police will come and take you and they deport you. But still, we were trying to manage and work with them more effectively. And some of them, we even take advice from them as well. So the idea is that if you are older than the person you are in the workplace, the person will come and meet you, the person work hard to get that particular position, you must give the person a due respect. And you also, as the leader, you do not go and march or step on somebody's toe. As we said, you must be decisive. You must be able to become fair to the person. You must also give respect, though you came to meet him. Like I'm saying, Data Telecom, I want to meet the person, the man there. The man was IT man. He was the marketing manager. I was purely a marketing person with masters and CIM marketing. You know, I was very, very good marketer. But I was his assistant. So if he doesn't understand anything, he come to me. I was even also older than him. But then I will not go and step into his toes. When somebody in the department doesn't understand anything, he come to me. Hey, my friend, this girl doesn't do this thing. This girl doesn't do this. One of them, there was one lady who was more qualified than him. The lady came there before him. So they were not getting on. So anytime you come to me, go and talk to your sister. Your sister have done it. So I'm going to talk to the lady. The lady will also say that, oh, you did it, because of you, I'll take it. So the thing is that you don't step people on people's toes. Yeah, the idea is that don't step on people's toes. Even though you are the leader, you say you should manage the two hands. So you have to be decisive. You have to be very fair in whatever you do. So you give respect to anyone who is working for you.
Wow. Thank you so much for the submission. We've learned so much today. All right.
But I think let's give room for, because everyone on this call is a professional. So let's give room for people to contribute, because these are real life questions, and I'm seeing some heavy questions to let me quickly touch on one, and then please feel free to share your ideas and all that. So someone is asking, how do you get a buy-in from your employer on using PM tools and knowledge on projects, since the orthodox method used are always problematic? You know, many times the problem with getting buy-in is that we want to impose. Okay, the smartest way of getting buy-in from your boss or from your leader is trying to let him own the decision of using that tool. For example, if you want your leader to start using new methods, find a way of talking him into it that he would then own that decision. You understand? So when he owns that decision, don't worry about who takes the glory. Many times you want to be the people who take the glory. But when the work goes well and you have a good leader, the good leader would acknowledge that that idea came from you. But the smartest way, if you want to impose, many of the leaders would also oppose your ideas. So find a way of getting him to own the idea and then run with him on that. Okay, but if you go head on, he will fight you. And that has been a major problem with many young professionals. They want to take the glory quickly. So they want it to be like, I brought my idea and then he's not listening, but he doesn't even have the qualification and all that. No, you are going the wrong way. Okay, yes, you have the idea, but the how you approach it is very important. And that's what makes you a mature professional. Thank you, Mami.
Okay, thank you so much.
Oh.
Okay, so
Okay. Please go ahead. The floor is yours.
right. So I also want to add that most leaders of these organizations work with data, and they want to see the effects of what you are proposing. So what I would propose or suggest is, as you've been given a task, there are subtasks that you can use the PM tools. And I always say that, I am great leaders are deviant. And if I say deviant, I mean that I call it purposeful disobedience. You don't follow the norm. So once you deviate from the norm and then you achieve success, you can go back to him and tell him that, look, this is what I did with the task you gave me, and then this is the result I'm getting compared to what was achieved in previous task. Then you can get the buy-in from them. Other than that, once you keep going, let's do this way, let's do it this way, people always want to feel involved. And the moment they feel that they are not involved in the whole, like Charles said, the moment they feel they are not involved in the whole decision process, there's always going to be a reaction. So go back, deviate from the norm, come back with results, and then let them feel involved in the decision making, and then you are good to go.
Thank you so much for that submission, Smithy. The floor is open to all of us. If you have any submissions you'd like to add, or even similar experiences you'd like to share, the floor is open to us all. All right, so Edna, does someone want to speak? Ruth. Okay, sorry. All right, so Edna in the chat says, a leader looks for competence, not loyalty. Please elaborate. Is loyalty important to a project manager? Some competent team members leave when the team is experiencing project constraints. So as a leader, how do you deal with this? Is loyalty important to a project manager?
Mostly, I'll take that. Mostly loyalty. When you say loyalty, that means somebody who normally want to work with you, even though when there is a problem, he just feel like he wants some place to put his hands, or he wants you to fit him in some places. That is where you say you become loyal to him. Whatever you tell him to do, because he doesn't know what to do. He always wants to be with you at all the time. By incompetence, if the person knows his work, he knows what to do. He doesn't want to be dictated. In such person, you need to motivate the person to work with you more. Remember, motivation is one of the key areas. That is why we say develop lieutenants. If you are developing people as a supervisor, like say you see somebody as a competent, that person can work very hard, he can work very effectively, he can work well. And therefore, why not bring the person close to you, motivate the person, delegate some job to him, set deadlines to the person, where the person can work more, than the person will become lawyer or your friend who is working with you. In that circumstances, the lawyer, though the project may be experiencing some constraints in some situation, when you are able to delegate more work to the person will not be leaving. Though I know that some people, when they are experiencing some problem, they will tend to leave. It depends upon you, the leader. If you are not leading them properly, if they have trouble with you, then they will go. But where they don't have much trouble, but they are enjoying their work as a working person, as you are motivating them, then I don't think they will, whenever the project is experiencing anything, they will leave. Though it happens a lot. Many people, after you are giving them training and other things, they leave the place, they will tell you that the money there is not sufficient. But remember, money is not all that we take. don't ever forget the Maslow's theory and Mackrella's theory. All these are key issues that we should look at. That means that money is not the only thing that should motivate us. Even 10Q are key things that can motivate us. Even though we are in Africa, Ghanaians like money. But then taking the people or the person for lunch, celebrating together and doing things together will also influence the people to work more effectively. I think such people will also stay in the company without going anywhere, even though you are not having some crisis. Unless you have the crisis for a long time, that will make people too. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mr. Eugene. Okay, so once again, the floor is open to all of us. Not just questions, but perhaps situations you've experienced as a leader. You can share the situations and then how you tackled it. Inspire someone over here. And then let's share ideas. I mean, it's a conversation. It's not just about questions and answers. So if you'd like to also share an experience, we'd love to hear it as well. So the floor is open to all of us. If you are able to unmute your mic, you can go ahead. And if you're not in a good place to talk right now, you can also drop your submissions in the chat. Yeah.
You see, when I was in Accra, I had 2 lectures. And at any point in time, I have a complaint about them. But I stand in for them so that they will be working. So even though they don't know that I stand in for them, but when the complaints come, instead of taking it on the person going to the office to report, I take it to myself. And I just normally advise the person, the parents, or whatever it is, and I cool them down and they go. It just ends in my office. That's going anywhere else. And these people didn't know that I was behind them. One day, one student, he came to me, reported the thing to me, and I said, okay, I will take it up. By the time I realized he has gone to the academic office to report. When I was there, I heard the call from the academic department. Hey, my friend, come here. I went there. I saw the guy sitting in front of the academic advisor, the academic head of academic, and they were solving it. I said, oh, this thing I've already talked to the girl. So I've pulled the girl, so let's go. And that ended there. So now, today, they are still there. Though they don't know that I was behind them. But it was all signs of leading them to achieve their goals.
Wow. That is so.
So as a leader, you can stand in for your team, no matter what they are. You can stand in for them when there's a problem. Stand in for them. Even when they go, it's good, but you are standing in for them. But if they don't go, also good, all good. Yeah, I think that is how leaders will be able to motivate. But how you also communicate are also critical and very important. How you communicate to the people.
Wow, thank you so much for that. Wow. I mean, there's so much that leaders do without really their team members knowing about it. Okay, I can see Osborne has a similar experience, I'm sure. So Osborne, you can go ahead and then unmute your mic and also share your story. Let's also be inspired by what you have to say.
Yes. Okay. So yeah. So mine is a contribution in the area of the PMP being firm. I would want to look at the firmness in this, in the area of being focused and not allowing yourself to be distracted. By so doing, you would avoid a lot of controversies and fights in the office, and then you allow your work to fight for you. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Osborne, for that submission. So I just also wanted to say, I think a lot of people, when they hear of a leader, they are thinking of the highest person, the highest ranking person in your office. But I mean, it's very, very far from that. In so many ways, we are all leaders in different aspects. I mean, even if you're talking about professionally, obviously, in a lot of organizations, we have the hierarchy, we have person at the top. But still in your position, you may be overseeing, you may be leading different people, even though it may not be seen as the highest position or whatsoever. So, I mean, this really goes for all of us. I mean, anyone can be a leader, anyone is a leader in different fields in their professional life and even beyond that. So, I mean, if there are experiences that you'd like to share to inspire us to let us know, to let us also understand what can be done in certain situations. The floor is open, so we'd love to hear from all of you. Some people they haven't unmuted their mics or written in the chat box since the beginning of the meeting. I don't know if anyone doesn't have any contributions. I can call out names. So I see Diana Nanfam. I hope I got your name right. If there's anything you'd like to share, some experiences as a leader or with a leader that's you'd love to share. Charlotte has her mic unmuted. Charlotte, would you like to share something? Charlotte, your mic is already unmuted, so you might as well. If you anything you'd like to share, if it's a question, a contribution, experience that you've been through, Charlotte, Diana, anybody on the call, you can go ahead and then share your thoughts with us. All right. Okay, so it seems the session we've really understood everything and
Hi.
okay, Smithy, please go ahead.
Right. So I want to recommend a book for everyone here. And I think it's a great book for a project manager. It's called The 5 Dysfunctions of a Team. And it's written by Patrick Lenicioni. And it talks about trust, managing conflict, and commitment, accountability, and then a shared goal of focusing on results. And in there are exercises that would enable you identify these dysfunctions of your team and then how you can understand the dynamics of the team and then work towards having a great team. So I would share the title of the book in the chat and then you look out for it and read. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. That's very, very helpful. Thank you. Okay, so if there are no more questions or contributions, I'll just give it about 5 seconds if anybody would like to say something. This is your last chance to do so before we conclude today's meeting. Anybody? Okay, my 5 seconds are up. So thank you all for your submissions. Thank you all for your questions. It's been such an enlightened session. So before we actually bring the session to an end, we do have a couple of old students, like I mentioned before, alumni, even current students that are still taking courses with us. So I just wanted to open the floors for you just to share a bit of your experiences. If you're done with your sessions, if you've written your PMP exam, great. I'd like to share your experiences. First of all, why you decided to take the PMP, what it's done for you so far, and also share about your experiences here with Step Up Business. Yes, so I would love to hear from Charles Minister. I think he very recently also became a certified project management professional. So congratulations, Charles. If you are able to talk, we'd love to hear from you. Okay. King Charles is not able to talk at the moment. So I can see, so maybe your hands are up again. Thank you. I've seen you share the booking, the chats. If you'd like to share, I know you are also an alumni, so let me open the floor for you as well. Just share a bit about, first of all, why you decided to go in for the PMP, and then your experience after taking the course, what it's done for you, and then also your experience here with Step Up Business. So please, you can go ahead.
Okay, so I had my first training in 2016, and I didn't write because I failed my mock exams, and I felt I wasn't ready to throw away 555 USD for that. Then I saw the ad on social media that pass the PMP or we refund your money. And it kept appearing on my feed. I'm like, okay, so at least if I fail, I get a refund. So I actually came to Step Up because I wanted a refund. But unfortunately, I passed. So
come for your money, right?
Yes. I mean, for me, I've always seen everything as a project. So taking the PMP was the right choice or decision for me to be able to understand how things are being done in the professional and global scale. And it's helped me because before I thought I was a project manager, but it was when I realized that, I'm a project manager, biasa. And I'm doing things differently now. My approach to problems are different, and it's very proactive rather than reactive. And I say that because most of the time, as project managers, after you've gone through the training, you're able to anticipate an occurrence of a risk. And by then, you would have planned how you respond to that risk. And my first project was yours. Trust me, it was a failing project, and there were a lot of risk everywhere. And I was like, God, you didn't send me here to cover you. So and I would say I'm being successful in that field because of the training I had, not particularly passing the exam, but the training. And the exam is just, the bonus to how much cash you earn. And it's been good. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much for that. So I can see in the chat, sorry, let me call you Mira. I'm sorry, the name is a bit heavy for me. So the other students would like to ask the question, please go ahead. You can still definitely ask. This masterclass is not just for our students, it's open. So please, if you'd like to speak, you can speak. If you'd like to put the question into the chat, please you can go ahead.
Hello.
Okay, hi.
Hi, my name is quite heavy. Mira for short. So, okay, so I kind of recently entered into the field of project management because I was looking for a career path to take. So I started my master's in GamePa and will be completing soon. So my question is, with all the knowledge that we've received in the theory aspect and all that, once you are done, I mean, I don't want a case where I go into the field without experience, if I should say. So taking or deciding to register with you, is there an opportunity where you get to really experience firsthand in the field what you are learning, because for me, I'm a very practical person. You can teach me theoretically, but if I don't have the experience in practicing it, I may not get it as I should. And you are speaking about leadership, and it looks like every aspect and every part is important. So my question, which is, gaining all this training, if you don't have, like, do you have an opportunity or a way where students who are new into this career path can practice and also make the mistakes as you guys are saying and the experiences that you are sharing? That's my question. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mira. I would love Mr. Charles Canada to take this question. So, Mr. Arnold, please, I'm handing over the.
All right, so thank you very much. I didn't know that 30B questions are reserved for me. Regina was going to answer, and I was happy.
Oh.
But let me also be cautious in mentioning the name. So
No, just mention Mira for sure. Just be
Mira, okay, Mira. Yeah.
Mira, yeah.
So the course itself is a practical one. Our colleagues who have done the course would attest to it, that it's so practical. It's not the theory that we do in masters or the first degree. Even the questions that are asked will tease your practical mind, and then tease your experience. It will test your experience. Now, unless maybe you're asking if there are attachments that would attach you to organizations and all that. Many times we get requests from, as an institution, from other institutions for attachments, for internship and all that. As and when they come, we share those opportunities, and they come very often. So yes, you are likely to get those kind of opportunities, but the course itself would help you, because it's a very practical one. It's not a theory one that we do during our masters and then first degree. Thank you.
Charles, I also want to add to, and I see Obina Kofi also ask if there are attachment opportunities or anything of that sort. So I want to say that you keep an open mind, right? What I mean by that is, an example, I've always been in the energy and the sustainability industry, and I was focused or fixated on landing a job in that space. When I became PMP, I was still focused looking in that direction. What changed for me was I had the opportunity to intern with an event management company as a PM. And you would ask, what has an energy guy got to do with event? But that transitioned me into my current role. So keeping an open mind to accepting the opportunities that come your way will also give you the right, environment, learning on every side. Because everything is a project. Projects can be, waking up, starting your car, preparing for work, anything at all. Once you put your mind to it that you are going to do it this way, and you plan for it and you execute it in a particular way, you can always put your mind to anything that comes your way. So keep an open mind, accept opportunities that come your way, and who knows, it would take you into another height that you never imagined. And Regina, my voice has always been like this. So thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for the contributions.
Okay, Mommy, I don't know if I have the opportunity to just
yes,
say something little. Yes, thank you so much. And so just as Charles mentioned and Adam added up to it, and I say I just want to add something little, which might not really be so necessary, but then I just want to add it up. So we met a student from University of Ghana. In our interaction with these students, she said she's really interested in project management. She wants to be a PMP. However, she doesn't have any experience that will make her able to write the exam. And my first question to this lady was, what do you do? Why do you think you don't have experience? And she told me that, oh, she managed events, and then sometimes when you manage the events, even though at the end of the day, you are able to successfully deliver whatever the goal of the event is. However, they are not able to really account for what value they have provided or the success of the project or the goal that they have delivered. What I realized in that conversation was the fact that she was in it, but then because she thought somebody was the project manager, she is a team member and didn't really have the opportunity to lead. She couldn't really see the light of all the deliverables they were given. So she was just making a contribution, adding up whatever that she needs to add up. However, she couldn't pinpoint what exactly or what precisely she has been adding up to this project to make sure that it was becoming a success. And that is how we lose out on a lot of experience that we are to gather for this project management path. So you don't really need an internship or a specific opportunity to take that internship before you realize that you have been managing projects. Those little things, opportunities that you get to join. Your friends are having a birthday, your friend is getting married, your friends have party, and you are part of the team. Your church is organizing a program, you are part of the team. Use that opportunity to learn something new. Use that opportunity to explore your knowledge and expertise that you have in project management. And in that, by so doing, you will realize that you build yourself, get more experience in applying the project management knowledge or skills that you have acquired. So this is something little that I just wanted to add to it. And just before I go, just like Adam did, let me also reiterate that his voice has actually changed. I think the place that he is now, they are really paying him 30% higher than what he used to take, and that has really changed him a lot. Even the pose on his his profile tells a lot. So and then don't come for me. Thank you.
I'm aspiring to be a political leader, please.
Hello, it's Mira again. A question just popped up in my head that I want to ask. I don't know if he's a professor, the one who gave the lecture. So I've read a book on the 20/80 rule, and from what Prof was saying concerning the slides, it feels, well, to me, let me speak for myself, it feels so overwhelming for a project manager to handle all these aspects. So he spoke about raising some of, I think, the team members as leaders and all that. So let's say I'm handling a big project and I'm not so knowledgeable in many aspects of the project. So I may not be able to give certain advice or direction and all that, but I'm the one leading the project. So as a leader, do I give room or space to somebody who among the team can lead it, or I still need to open myself to ensure that I understand what he's saying and understand the field or the expertise that the person has, because there's so little, maybe for some people there's so little like the brain can take. So my question is, do you step aside and allow the person who is an expert to lead the team in that like particular, let's say, aspect of the project? Thank you.
Okay, Mela, I don't think you have to step aside, but you have to work hand in hand with the person who is knowledgeable in the project. You know, project is an ongoing learning, and we all do ongoing learning. If I tell you my background, you'll even be surprised. Some people will think that I've been an engineer, I've been a so. But remember, my background is purely marketing. I'm a purely marketer. I market products, I sell products, I do a lot of marketing jobs. But so long as I work as a marketing field, I see that marketing is a project itself. So whatever you do not think or take it as a little, but then focus on it. If you are working with somebody, the person have experience in it, you can bring the person attached to you. You are the leader. You can learn from the person. As I said, in data telecom, the man who was the marketing manager was actually learning from me. Kofi, I can't remember him very well. Every time he got any problem, he called me, "Pablo, come here, we have this and this and do." So he actually attached me to himself. We became very friends, good brothers as well. So you bring the person close to you so that you can be able to learn from the person as the person do the job. So you don't give the leadership mantle to him. You become under training so that at the end of the day, you also know whatever the job is involved. So I will advise you, don't give the leadership to him completely. Even though you have to train people to do a leadership job, you are also training yourself as part of the team. So you always have to train yourself under somebody. Even though you are the leader, the person knows the job, you make the person to do a lot of input, decision making and all sort of things. You all sit down, you deliberate, you brainstorm, and then you take something from there. But at the end of the day, you'll be able to know that you have learned a lot from the person. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mr. Eduji. All right, so thank you all for your submissions, for your questions. You've really made us meet expectations. I remember in the beginning we asked about expectations. So many people said they expect the system to be interactive, and I'm really grateful for your contributions and everything you had to share. So also soon, our session is coming to an end. So first of all, I'd love to give thanks to God for this opportunity to meet today, to have this very fruitful session. I would love to give thanks to Step Up Business School for providing such a forum and opportunity for us to discuss leadership in project management. Okay. And of course, this masterclass wouldn't have even been possible without our lovely audience. So I'd love to thank each and every one of you. Personally, we are grateful for making the time to come back to today's session. We are grateful for making today's session such a lovely one, such an insightful one. I'm sure we've all learned something new today. We've all shared something, and we've all been inspired from today's session. So I'd love to finally end the session. I'd love to call on Priscilla to give us the closing prayer so we can end today's session.
Shall we pray? Father, we are grateful once again for this wonderful session. We thank you for the knowledge that we've been able to acquire. We pray that we'll be able to use it, we'll be able to share it, we'll be able to come back to even gain more. Thank you, Lord, for an answered prayer. In Jesus' name have we prayed with thanksgiving. Amen.
Amen. Thank you so much. All right, so thank you all so much, and if you would permit me, could we all, if we are able to, can we put on our videos for a few seconds, a few minutes? Would love to take a picture. Unfortunately, this wasn't an in-person event, it was solely online, but we would still love to capture this moment because it's been very insightful, very inspiring. So if you are able to, please, for a very short period, you can turn on your video, just take a picture, and then we'll call it night. Very lovely faces. Thank you so much. Just to say again, if you are able to please put on your video, very short period, we are just taking a picture to commemorate this lovely, successful Project Management Masterclass. All right. Sounds beautiful and handsome faces. Hi, Francis. I see you waving at me.
Hey, Laura, don't be small.
Hey, Laura.
Thank you so much. Okay, so everybody say, what should everybody say?
Step up.
Everybody say step up.
Step up.
It looks like James.
Fantastic. Thank you so much. We are very grateful. Then I hope you all have a lovely evening. Thank you for making today so memorable. And we're sure to see you in our next masterclass and even PMP training as well. All right. Thank you all so much and have a good evening.
Good evening, Mr. Pla. Good to see you. Brother, I can see you. Good to see you.
All right. Have a good night.
All right. I can see you.
Yes, sir. Salute, sir.
Yeah.
Best teacher resign, I can see you.
Alright.
Okay, bye-bye to you all.